This is the blouse. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Please give this video a thumb up. Thank you. I've used this to cut out the yoke. I added 1/4 inch seam allowance on top of this side and half on this side, so that I'll use this to join the shoulder. So, but please mark it so that this is the v-neck and this one is the one that you attach to the yoke, to the blouse, this side. But this side is v-neck, but mark it so that you know. So I cut 2 for one side of the back and 2 for the other side of the back. You can see this is the v-neck here, and this one is the one that you attach to the lower part of the blouse, the yoke. So I cut 2 of this and 2 of this one, but if you want you can cut one, but it's only that I want to double it. So this one is the front one. I use this one to cut this one also. I cut out 2 also. I want to cut the lower part of the blouse, which is the peplum. So what I'll do is to minus the upper part from the full length of the blouse. The full length of the blouse is 25 inches, but my half length is 17 inches. So 17 minus 25 is 8 inches. Then, because I will join it to the upper part, I'll add ½ inch to join it to the upper part and ½ inch to join it to the lining, which is 1 inch. So 1 inch plus as 8 inches is 9 inches. So I'm going to cut 9 inches peplum. To get the waist radius, my waist measurement is 40 plus 2 inches for seam allowance for the zip at the back is 42 inches. So 42 divided by 6.28 is 6.75. So 6.75 plus 9 inches is 15.75. So what I'm going to measure is 15.75. I have 16 here. I'll fold it into 2. So I'll fold it into 2. So I'll measure another 16.75 and fold it again. 15.75. I have 16 here. I'll fold it again. So it's now folded into 4. It's folded into 4. So I'll mark the waist radius on this side. On this folded edge here, I'll mark 6.75 waist radius. So from here I'll measure 9 inches the peplum. 9 inches peplum. 9 inches. On the top here I'll measure to see what I have. I have 15.75. So 15.75, I'll get 15.75 on this side also. Okay, this is the peplum. This one is 9 inches, 8 inches peplum plus 1 inch seam allowance is 9. So but this one I'm going to cut this one off. From this point to this point is 9. So if you want to measure from here, you have 9 inches. So I'm going to cut it on this line and also on this line. So this is my lining and this one is my main fabric. I cut it the same way. So I will open it on one side. Will also cut this one on one side. I iron the stay on it only on the main fabric, not on this one. But if you want, you can iron a stay on your lining also. But this one is only on the main fabric, so I'll cut it into two also. So this is my peplum and the lining for it. This is the front one, the lining. I use it to cut out the main fabric. I iron the stay on it, the lining, and also on the main fabric. And this one is the wording for it. I used this one to cut out the pad, the wording, on the underbust to this side. Here you come down by ½ inch on this line. So I use it to cut this one. Then this one, I use this one to cut the side part. You cut down by ½ inch. Then you minus your seam allowance. Then I use it to cut it and shape it. So now what I'm going to do next is to join this together. Join So if your own is iron-on type, you will iron it on the main fabric, but if not, you just sew it on the fabric, the main fabric. Then you will join this together. You hold them, hold the underburst together to be sure. Then join it, and hold this one also from down, hold the underburst together and join it. So I'll do it and show you. I'll also do the same on the lining. This is the back one. I use the lining to cut out the back one. I iron the stay on the lining and also on the main fabric. So what I'll do next is to sew the darts. I have notch here for the darts. I'll sew the darts and also on the lining. So after that, I'll put it this way, right side, right side. After sewing the darts, then I have a 1 inch for zip allowance. I will now use gather stitches to join the zip line. I will also do the same on the lining. So this is the net for the yoke. I use this to cut out 4 pieces for the back one because I want to double it. 4 pieces for the back one. And please mark your own so that you know the one that is the V-neck, and this is the V-neck, and this one is the one that I'm going to join to the blouse. This side is the one that I'm going to join to the blouse. So on this side, I added ½ inch seam allowance on the net. On the top, I added ¼ inch seam allowance on the top. Quarter is 0.25, then 0.5 here. So I did the same on the front one also. This is the front pattern. I use it to cut out 2 for the front one. I added on top on the shoulder here seam allowance quarter. On the lower part here I added half 0.5 on the lower part seam allowance to join it to the blouse. So what I'll do, I want to go and join the shoulder. I want to do it and show you. So you can see this is the front one and this is one side of the back one. I'll put the shoulder together. I'll go and join it with 1/4 inch, which is the seam allowance that I added for the shoulder. I'll join it, and this side so this is the V neckline, and this side is the one that I'll go to the blouse. So I'll put the shoulder together also and join the shoulder with 1/4 inch, 0.25. So I'll do the same on this one also. I've put them together. I'll just go and join the shoulder. I've joined the front one. This is the front yoke and this is the back one. I've joined them together on the shoulder line with 1/4 inch, 0.25 seam allowance. So after that I did the same on this one also. So what you do next is to trim this seam allowance, to trim it off. Like I've done it on this one. I've trimmed this one. I've trimmed this one. So you would trim this one very close to the seam but not on the seam. I'll do the same on this side. When doing this, you have to be careful so that you will not cut on the seam. So I've trimmed off the seam allowance on the shoulder. So what I'll do next is to put this one to join the neckline together. Right side, right side. So I'm going to join the neckline. You match the shoulder line together. The shoulder line will align. I'll do it and show. I've joined the neckline together. So what I'll do next is to trim the neckline, the seam allowance. To trim this seam allowance. I'll do it and show you. I've trimmed the seam allowance. So after that, the next thing I'll do is to turn it. This is the seam, is inside. Turn it. This one is ready. The next thing I'll do is to shape the blouse. But if you want, you can sew this on, you can attach this on the upper part. After, you will now shape the side. But I want to shape the side first. So this is the front one. And this one is the back. This one is the lining for it. So I'm going to take the measurements. After that, I will now shape the side. So I'm going to take the measurement. You will pin it so that it will be easier. So I will divide my bust measurement into 2 for front and back. So my bust is 46. 46 divided by 2 is 23. So I'll shape what I have here. I have 25.5. So 25.5 minus 23 is 2.5. So that 2.5, I will divide it into 2. 2.5 divided by 2 is 1.25. So I'll mark 1.25 on this side and 1.25 on this side also. So, or you just mark 1.25 here. So I'm going to take my waist measurements. My waist is 40. 40 divided by 2 is 20. So I'll check what I have here. I have 23.5. So 23.5 minus 20 is 3.5. So 3.5 divided by 2 is 1.75. So I'll mark 1.75 on this side and 1.75 on this side. 1.75. Yeah. So what I'll do is to connect it. I'm going to shape it. I'm going to sew on this line. I'll do the same on the lining. I'll do it and show you. I've shaped the two sides. I did the same on the lining. So the next thing I'll do is to remove the gather stitches on the zip line. I've removed the gather stitches. I did the same on the lining. So what I'll do next is to attach this net to the upper part of the blouse. So I'm going to attach the yoke to the blouse. This is the yoke. You hold them together. You know it's double. So this is the sweetheart side, the center. You can hold it with pin. You put it on the center of the blouse, the center here. You put it like this. And this is the right side of the fabric. See, you put it like this. And pin. Then this one, you pin this one on this side. The side, you pin it. You pin it. The front one, this one is the front one. I want to attach it first before the back one. So if you like, you put them together, the lining also. You put the lining, you hold it, and from the sweetheart neck, you sew it to this side. Then after that, you will turn it and sew this side to this side. the net will be in between lining and the main fabric. But if you want, you can sew it only on the main fabric. When you finish, you will now attach the lining to it. So if you sew from the sweetheart neck to this side, then you turn it and sew from the sweetheart neck to this end. I'll do it and show you. I've sewn the net on the front part this way. So the best way to do it, just from the center here, the center front, hold the net and sew to this here. This is the armhole. Then you will turn it and sew from center front again to this side, armhole side. So I'm going to do the back one. So this is the front one. I'm going to do the back one. This is the back one. I'll turn it like this. This line is the V-neck line. And this is the armhole. This is the armhole for the dress, for the blouse. So, and this V neckline will be on the zip, where the zip will, this is the zip allowance. The V neckline will be here on the zip allowance side. Like this. So this one is very easy to sew. You just sew it. So I'll do the same on this side. The armhole for this one. Then this is the V neckline. You hold it like this. You put it like this. The V neckline will be on the zip, very close to the zip allowance. So you just sew it. This one is very easy to do. This is the peplum, the lower part of the blouse. I want to join this lining to it. So I'll use 1/2 inch to join it to the on the edge here. So I'll put it together. I'll use 1/2 inch to join it round. So after that, I'll notch and top stitch. Attach lining to the net and the main fabric. So what I'll do next is to fix the lower part to the upper part. This is the peplum. I'll turn it like this, right side, right side. So this is the waistline. I will use 1/2 inch seam allowance to join these two together, not together with the lining, just the main fabric. But sometimes, like this one, the measurements are the same, but sometimes this one you'll have excess on the peplum. If you have excess on your peplum, what you do is to notch center midpoint, the peplum, you notch the midpoint together with the lining. Then on this one, together with the lining, you notch the center front. So you put the notch together and hold it. So the excess, you will pleat it or gather. So but mine, this one, they're equal. So what I'll do is just to use 1/2 inch seam allowance to join it, to join the main fabric and the main fabric together, the upper and the lower part. I'll do it and show you. I'll fix the peplum. Okay, I'll fix the main fabric, the lower part, and I'll fix it together, the lower part and the upper part together, the main fabric. So this is the waistline, peplum and the upper part. So what I'll do next is to fix the lining to the lining, the lower part and the upper part. So I'll turn it like this. I'll hold it like this and join it with 1/2 inch seam allowance. Then I've joined the upper part and the lower part together, the lining. I've joined them together. This is the waistline. So I forgot to mention this. This is seam allowance. You fold it in. This is side, the seam allowance on the side. You fold it in this way so that it will not be on your way. You will also do the same when you want to fix your sleeve. This is armhole. You will fold it in this way to fix your sleeve. So I did the same on the main fabric. So what I'll turn it. I'll bring it out from one side. The two side is still open though, but I'll bring it out from one side. So this is the blouse. I'll press it. So but what I'll do next is to fix zip. This is open end zip. So I'll fix zip on the main fabric. So see, this is my zip allowance. It's open. I didn't sew on the zip allowance. I left it open. Zip allowance. So I'll sew on the zip on the main fabric. Also on this side, the main fabric. I'll fix zip on the main fabric. This is the lining, only on the main fabric. I did the same on this side also. So what I'll do next is to fix it on the lining also. I'll open the zip. I'll turn this. Please, if you don't know how to fix this type of zip, I have well-detailed video on how to fix open end zip. Is the same. So on the upper part here, I'll close this open here. This is the zip allowance here. I'll sew like this to this point. Then I will now sew the lining to the zip. This line. I'll do the same on this side also. But I have video on how to do this, how to fix open end zip. You can watch that video, it will help. I'll keep the zip this way, see the way it is. The zip will be like this. I'll sew this point to here. So from here I will now attach the lining, zip and the main fabric. I'll sew them together to the end. I'll fix the zip. So this side is closed now. I did the same on this side also. It's closed, lining, zip and the main fabric. So what I'll do next is to cut off this excess. So now, this is the only way that I can bring it out, the armhole. So I'll bring it out from one of the armhole. I'll put it on the mannequin to show you how it is. I have video on how to fix this zip. I have video on how to fix open end zip, well detailed video. I will link it in the description. The next thing you will do is to fix your sleeve. Basic sleeve, you will double the net because we've already doubled the net on this side, so you double the net for your sleeve, your basic sleeve. But it's not must that you double the net when you're making this style. You can use single net. When you finish, you use you cut this net, you cut it on bias to tidy up the neckline if you use single net. So, or if you use less fabric to do for the yoke, when you finish, you use bias to tidy up the neckline. So I'll put it on the mannequin to show you. This is the blouse. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Please give this video a thumb up. Thank you.